Joining us live right now, Richard, you have him right in here.
Yeah, so this is really interesting because this is a very unique race. First of all, thanks for joining us, Dr. Jones.
Thank you.
Doctor, a veteran, and now politician. One of the things I want to point out on the wide shot there, you might have seen his combat boots. You wear these with suits. It's a great story because this is important to you. Your history is really important to you. Talk about that for a second.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I wear the boots because it reminds me of how important I think this election is and how important I honestly think our democracy is. I think one of the big things, in addition to wanting to focus on the things I think the people of this district care about, fires, healthcare, inflation, these types of things, is actually the people, whether it's our law enforcement, first responders, people that have served overseas, people that have given everything to make sure that we have the democracy that they're fighting for. So that's why I wear the boots, because it reminds me of how important it is that we have people that respect our democracy.
You've got some pretty big endorsements too. PORAC endorsed you,
Yep.
Police Officers Association of California. Explain how this is important to you moving forward and how the campaign changes going into the general election this November.
Definitely. I think we need a new relationship with law enforcement and the communities that they protect. We need to make sure that they have the tools that they need, but we also need a new relationship with the people that we put in office. I think people are tired of the talking points candidates.
Right.
You know, the ones that, you know, when they get under pressure, they can't let you know who the President of the United States is. You know, we want people who, at the end of the day, care more about the issues of this district, care about representing them and being their voice than they do, you know, just advancing their career or being whatever the generic, you know, person is on the ballot.
When we talk about the talking points and talking about your opponents here moving forward, it looks like it's Kevin Kiley at this point who has the endorsement of Donald Trump. Are you worried about that at all? There seems to be kind of a Republican pushback, and people talk about it not only here in California but across the nation. Is that concerning for you, or like you just mentioned, do you think people see past that?
I think there's a pushback across the board. I mean, I don't think it's just at the national level. I think the Republicans want to frame it like that. I think there's a pushback against career politicians. There's a pushback. You know, what we see, crime has been going up in our country across the board since 2014. That's across 3 different administrations. Inflation's been going up. Inflation is high all around the world. This isn't just some thing at the national level in the United States. So people are tired, Republicans, Democrats, and independents. They want leadership. They want people that care more about the job than they do advancing to some other level.
Your message up until this point, does it change a lot going in November? Is it the same thing? It's worked so far. You've got a varied background. You were in the White House too. Explain, you were
a White House fellow in the Obama administration.
You've been in the military, a doctor, a White House fellow, and now a possible future politician. Does anything change here going into November for you?
No, the message that we're sharing with people is I believe it was a privilege and an honor to serve my country after 9/11. I think it would be a privilege and an honor to serve people again if they gave me that privilege in Congress. That's the message.
Dr. Jones, the numbers favor you so far. Thanks for joining us this morning. Good luck this November.
Thank you. I appreciate it.